Hello, dear students. I welcome you all in today's revision class, and the lesson what we are going to revise is footprints without feet. And today we will revise extra question and answers, short answer type. Let's start with question number 1. Why were the two boys in London surprised and fascinated? The two boys in London saw fresh muddy footprints appearing on the steps of a house, but the barefooted man was not visible. So they were surprised and fascinated. Question number 2. What did Griffin do inside the store? Griffin broke open the boxes and wrappers and dressed himself in warm clothes. He ate and drank to his heart's content. In the end, he lay down on the pile of quilts to sleep. Question number 3. What did Griffin do in the shop of a theatrical company? He wore bangles around his forehead and put on dark glasses. He wore bandages around his forehead and put on dark glasses, a false nose, big bushy side whiskers, and a large hat. He attacked the shopkeeper from behind and robbed him of all his money. He attacked the shopkeeper and he had taken all his money. Question number 4. What was the curious episode that took place in the clergyman's study? One morning, the clergyman and his wife were awakened by noise. They saw no person. They were shocked to find that their money had been stolen from the desk. Question number 5. The landlord's wife was convinced that Griffin was an eccentric scientist. What made her think of Griffin in these terms? Griffin remained indoors and did not mix up with others. His habits were strange and his appearance was fantastic. All these things of Griffin made the landlady think that he was an eccentric scientist. Question number 6. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Very important question it is. Pick out instances which prove that he was lawless. He set fire to a house which didn't belong to him. He tools away clothes without paying of them. He took away clothes without paying for them. He hit a shopkeeper and stole his money. Question number 7. What did the scientist do when he became furious? Why were the people in the bar horrified? What happened to the constable? The scientist took off his bandages and spectacles and became headless. The people in the bar were shocked to see a headless man. Griffin hit the constable Zephyr's hard and made him senseless. Question number 8. How do you assess Griffin as a scientist? Griffin was a brilliant scientist. He invented some drugs and made himself as an invisible person. But he misused his scientific discovery and became a lawless person. Griffin was thus not a true scientist. Question number 9. Why did the landlord want to eject Griffin? Why did Griffin set the house on fire? The landlord wanted to eject Griffin from his house because his activities were whimsical. Griffin set the house on fire to take his revenge on the landlord. Question number 10. Who was Mr. Jeffers? What was his surprise? Mr. Jeffers was a police constable. His surprise was that he was ordered to arrest a lawless person who was totally invisible. Question number 11. Why were they surprised when they opened the room? Both the clergyman and his wife were surprised because the room was empty. They searched everywhere but couldn't find anyone. Yet, the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. Question number 12. What did the scientist do when Mrs. Hall confronted him? When Mrs. Hall confronted the scientist, he threatened her and threw off his bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even the nose in a minute. The people were horrified to see the headless man. Question number 13. How did Griffin escape? Griffin began throwing off his bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even the nose. Then he became even more invisible by throwing off all the garments one after another. They followed a male and none knew where he was. Question number 14. Do you think Griffin's discovery was of any use to humanity? No. Griffin's discovery, though remarkable, was of no use to anyone except himself. He began robbing money and other things and even assaulting people after he became invisible. I hope, dear children, this video will help you to understand the chapter in a better way. Thank you, everyone.